It's the Line Makers on Sporting News, presented by Jack Daniels. All right, folks, Monday Night Football. We've got Carolina at Philadelphia. Brian Blessing with Kenny White, Rick Herron. We've seen the Eagles a 2.5-point favorite, total in the game 43. That was the projected opener, but many injury concerns we'll dive into in just a moment. Kenny, you and I, we've traveled around the country, gone to Super Bowls, and whenever we get a chance, we go to the dog track. What's the fastest dog in the world, sir?
It has to be a Greyhound.
It's a Greyhound, and it's a hell of a bus, too. And the Eagles have been running for the bus for the last month.
I heard they're good golfers, I've heard.
Yeah, 1-8-1 against the spread. That's running for the bus.
Unbelievable. I mean, and now McCoy's hurt.
Bryce Brown going to take his place at tailback. Probably falls. Why play Vic? Why play Rashawn McCoy, right? I mean, and then you look at a Carolina team that's 2-8 but 4-6 against the spread. They've had the lead in the fourth quarter in 8 of the 10 games they've played this year, and yet they're 2-8.
And you brought up
That's
the point.
amazing.
Yeah, it's a crazy stat. But you brought up the point, Kenny. Everybody in Philly, they're clamoring. Put the kid in, and you said, okay, be careful what you wish for.
5.5-point drop-off. It's been the offensive line. The offensive line has been down 3 points in talent from the start of the season. Anytime you lose 3 points worth of talent on offensive line, you're going to have nothing but problems, and that's why this team is where they're at.
Well, we said 1-8-1 against the spread. Every other team in the league has at least 3 wins against the spread on the season. The Eagles have 1. That about tells the story. Carolina,
as Ricky was telling you, they've suffered a lot of tough losses this year, but maybe none tougher than last week. That was a pretty good punch to the gut.
Well, amazing. And with the lead with 12 seconds left, and they give up the touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and then lose in overtime, that is a punch to the gut. And this team has played well. As Ricky said, had the lead in 8 of their 10 games this year. And there was a 4-game stretch, guys, that they lost by a total of 14 points. Simply amazing. They could have won all 4 of those football games.
And they played a very tough schedule in the losses. The only team that they lost to that doesn't have a winning record is the Cowboys, and they're 5-5.
So this is the worst team they played all year.
Exactly.
It's the last game of a long and enjoyable Thanksgiving football weekend, Monday Night Football, since Carolina to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles.